Live, I'm Sarah Bernard. They're taking the stage to close the curtain on bullies. I now would like to welcome Executive Director of Shakespeare Festival St. Louis, Rick Dildine. Rick, thank you so much for joining us.
It's great to be here.
So what does Shakespeare have to do with bullies?
Yeah, why these two together, right? A couple of years ago, I challenged our staff. I said, you know, what are issues that kids are dealing with? What are things that keep parents up at night? What do teachers need help with? And we looked at a lot of different social issues, and the one we kept coming back to was bullying. Bullying in the schools, bullying in the streets, at home. And so we said, okay, well, Shakespeare had a lot to say about a lot of things.
Yes.
What do you say about bullying? And when you look back at Shakespeare's body of work, there are quite a few characters in his plays who bullied a lot of other people.
Yeah.
So we've taken that theme, those ideas, and taking it out to schools to start talking about kids about bullying.
So it's a way to educate about Shakespeare and his writing, but also attack an issue that really is not a new issue, obviously, if it was dealt with in Shakespeare's plays as well.
Right. You know, more and more that we're talking to kids about bullying, it's sometimes easier for kids to watch a play and talk about the characters that they see in a play versus maybe giving their own experience, because that could mean ratting someone out.
Right.
So we've seen a lot of great conversation happening with kids about them talking about that play that I saw today, that character did this to that person. I've seen that happen.
Yeah.
It's a good tool for kids.
Exactly. And you guys have been doing this education program with bullies for a couple years, is that right?
Yeah, this is year 2 of it. We did one with a play called Cruel to be Kind, and now we're doing another program where we use some of our plays that go into schools to talk about bullying, and then of course we're creating a new original play with some area high schools.
Yeah, and that play is?
Winning Juliet.
Okay.
About a year ago, we started hearing another theme in this bullying kind of dialogue, that what is the bullying that's happening amongst young girls? And also in light of bullying that happens online, we said, what if we made a play about this? So we've been working with a lot of area high school students to create an original play that is specifically about bullying that happens amongst young girls in high school.
Wow. So everyone thinks of Shakespeare Festival St. Louis as the Forest Park, and we're going to get to that in our next segment, but you guys have a lot going on right now at this time of year. I mean, everything's kicking into high gear for you with your education outreach, the play at Clayton High School, the public can come and see, and you've got 38 plays in 5 days.
Yes.
Tell us, and you look overwhelmed.
Yes, a little
sure
bit. You know, we talk about that we're in the schools, in the streets, and in the park, and Shakespeare wrote 38 plays. 4 years ago, we challenged St. Louis to perform all of them at one time, and now that event is in 38 locations with 38 community partners performing the entire canon of Shakespeare over the next 5 days, April 19th through the 23rd.
So that kicks off this weekend.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
And how many of those are you going to get to yourself?
I will probably get to more than a dozen at least, but it's a lot.
Yeah, and we were talking about the fact that people interpret plays in different ways. That some of the, can you tell us a couple examples of what we can expect?
Oh yeah, some of the best things, you know, I know that Much Ado About Nothing is going to be performed on canoes throughout the rivers of Forest Park. One time I found myself in a park with a group of sketch artists that wanted to sketch models that were posing different scenes from The Tempest. Sweet Divine is doing a great special Shakespeare cupcake that they're giving away as people are performing in front of their shops. It's all over this city.
So this is all part of the 38 plays, and the interpretation and way we experience that part of Shakespeare may be very different depending on where we go and what we see.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
The only rule of Shake 38 is make the play happen any way you see fit.
Yeah, that's great. And all this is on the website where we can decide what we want. I love the canoe idea in Forest Park, that if the weather is good this weekend, that might be the thing to do. So Rick, real quick, I know you've got your plate full with Shakespeare Festival. You come from a theater background, I'm assuming, and have been doing this for several years with Shakespeare Festival. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I was an actor who went into stage management. Now I'm a full-time producer. I've had a great luxury of working all over the country, but now St. Louis is my home, and I've had a blast working here, making free Shakespeare for people. Yeah,
it's awesome, and people love it, and you guys just keep up the great work, so don't go anywhere. We have so much more to talk to Rick about. Stay with us. We'll be back to hear more about the Shakespeare Festival in St. Louis and where you can see it this summer in just a few moments.